Imagine this. You've worked hard for decades, raised kids, put them through college, and now you're in your 50s looking at your account balances thinking, wait, are we actually close to retiring? Or are these numbers just here for moral support? Well, that's Tom and Sarah. They're 55 and 53, earning about $210,000 a year, and they've done a lot right. Saving, investing, not panic selling in 2022, which already makes them heroes in my book. But like many people in their 50s, they're wondering, is what we've built actually enough? Let's take a look at their plan and see what happens when we make a few small strategic changes. Hey everyone, I'm Casey Kraft, a financial advisor with Raymond James. I make videos that walk through real life financial scenarios so you can see how small decisions around saving, investing, and retirement actually affect your long-term plan. If you like this kind of practical, real numbers content, show this video and channel some love by following along. It helps more people see it and tells YouTube I'm not just talking to myself in the office again. Tom and Sarah live right here in Tampa, Florida. He's 55, an engineer making around $130,000 a year. She's 53, a marketing manager earning $80,000 a year. They've been married 25 years, raised 2 kids, survived college tuition bills, and now they're wondering if the finish line is actually in sight or if retirement is still a moving target. They're not trying to retire on a yacht, they just want to live comfortably, travel a little, and not have to refresh their 401k app before buying plane tickets. Here's where they stand right now. Tom has a 401k with $260,000. Sarah has a 401k with $160,000. They have combined Roth IRAs totaling $160,000. They have a joint brokerage account with $90,000 and then cash savings of $35,000. They own a home valued around $550,000 with $290,000 left on the mortgage at a 3.25% interest rate. That's about $2,150 a month, taxes and insurance included. Their current investment allocation is 70% equities, 30% fixed income, with an average expected return of 6.38%. Now they're saving 12% pre-tax to their 401ks with employer matches of 6% for Tom and 4% for Sarah. And they're each contributing $500 a month to their Roth IRAs. So they're doing a lot of great things. After adding in their home equity and cash, their total net worth is around $939,000, so close to being millionaires. They're in good shape, but as we'll see, good shape doesn't always mean good odds. They want to retire at 62, but plan to delay Social Security until age 70 to maximize lifetime benefits. Here's their target retirement lifestyle. They want to spend $7,000 a month for housing, food, utilities, mortgage, dining, and hobbies. They'd like to spend $10,000 a year for travel together and $5,000 a year to visit kids and eventually grandkids. And then lastly, they'd like to get a $40,000 car upgrade every 5 years after trade-in. Because, hey, if you're road tripping to see the kids, you might as well be driving in style. Now, all of this is in today's dollars with 2.2% annual inflation factored into their projections. Here's what waiting until age 70 to claim Social Security gets them. For Tom, it's $4,790 a month. Sarah, $3,926 a month. For a total of $8,716 a month combined in today's dollars. If they claimed early, they'd get a lot less and likely spend the next 30 years regretting it at brunch. If you're wondering how your plan might stack up, there's a Calendly link below where we can actually review your numbers together. Yeah, we can work together. I'll show you how small changes can make a big difference. I highly recommend you work with an actual financial advisor that you know and trust. It can make all the difference. But just FYI, I'm pretty good. Don't include that last part. That was lame. Back to our plan. Right now, with their current setup, 12% pre-tax contributions to their 401k, $500 a month going to their Roth IRA, a 70-30 portfolio returning 6.38%, and steady income from Social Security, their retirement plan has a 56% probability of success. That's basically a coin flip, and personally, I don't like those odds unless it's for something fun, like hitting a half-court shot for a free car. Let's test a few practical changes. Let's see if we can get that a little bit better. So over here is what they're currently doing, and I put in 1, 2, 3 what-if scenarios that we can play around and plug some different numbers in to see if we can get some better results. So right now, their investments are currently the same. Everything's the same across the board. And like I said, they currently are getting a 6.37% average annual return. We're gonna change this a little bit. And what we're gonna do is, instead of that current allocation, so on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being more conservative, 5 being more aggressive, a growth portfolio would be a 5 and a conservative portfolio would be a 1. Right now, they're at about a 3.5, and what we're going to do is we're going to boost them up to a 4, which is a balance with growth portfolio across the board. But in retirement, I want to tone it down a little bit if we can. So instead of being a 4, I'd love it if we could be a 3. So we're going to change that to a balanced model. I want to leave everything the same as far as their goals in retirement. So when they want to retire, both at age 62, the living expenses, the travel, the cars, I want to keep that all in there. I don't want my clients to have to sacrifice their retirement goals. But what we are going to change are a few different things, one of them being Social Security. Right now, they currently are planning on filing at age 67. We're going to change that to age 70 across the board. Make that change. But come down here, we're going to make the changes to their contributions in their retirement accounts. Right now, both of them are making 12% pre-tax contributions to their 401ks. I don't want them doing pre-tax anymore. Let's change it to Roth. So we're going to zero this out for Mr. Tom. And instead of 12% pre-tax, we're going to do 13% Roth right here. And then we're going to just up it up by 1% in each what-if scenario. And we're going to do the same thing for Sarah. So we'll zero these out. And we'll come down here to Roth, do the same thing. So 13%, 14%, and 15%. And then for the Roth IRAs, what they've been doing is $500 a month or $6,000 a year. But instead of that, we're going to max it out in all 3 scenarios. And then remember, they've got that brokerage account, and just for the heck of it, I'm going to add in $1,000 more a year going into that, $2,000 a year into this scenario, and then $3,000 over here. And let's calculate these scenarios and see what happens. All right, software is doing some thinking, and we're gonna get to, whoa, look at that, 67%, 70%, and 71% chance of success. So after talking this through with them, they're on board. It's going to be a little tough with their income and their expenses right now, but at least they've got a little bit more clarity on this. And if they choose this, the what if 3 scenario over here, they're going to get 15% higher probability of success. But guess what else we can do? Because we have the ability to do this, we are going to do some Roth conversions for both of them. And we're going to incorporate those into the plans because they both have pre-tax funds that they have contributed and in their 401k and pre-tax funds that their employer has matched with. So in those years in retirement where their income is lower, we can convert those dollars, those pre-tax dollars, to after-tax and boost our chances, hopefully. So let's see what happens when we incorporate the Roth conversions. And we jump from a 67, 70, and 71% to a 69, 71, and 74% chance of success. So a little bit better. We'll take it. We'll take all the help that we can get. So after seeing what their retirement can look like and what changes they need to make, they're fully on board. They're happy with 74% chance of success. When they get bonuses or when their income hopefully goes up a little bit more, we'll be able to contribute even more to their 401ks and taxable accounts. But for the time being, they love knowing that at least they've got a plan, there's a path for them, and we're going to implement it. These small tweaks gave them more flexibility and confidence in their future, and none of it required guessing the market or living on ramen noodles. Tom and Sarah's situation is incredibly common. They were doing a lot right, saving, investing, staying consistent, but their accounts weren't coordinated. Once they adjusted their savings type, risk level, and contribution rate, everything started to align with their goals. It's a great example of how structure beats speculation every time. Your portfolio should have conviction and a reason, not just whatever's trending online. If you'd like to partner with an advisor you trust to help you build a strategy designed around your goals, your taxes, and your timeline, click that Calendly link in the description to schedule a call. I'd love to work with you. I'm Casey Kraft, a financial advisor with Raymond James. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless.